You might remember that Donald Trump had ordered the illegal immigrants to be thrown out of the US. Now the situation has gravely worsened. It is complete chaos, especially in Los Angeles, LA. What happened? LA is home to many illegal immigrants who are from Mexico. These individuals lack passports or have overstayed their visas by years. They quietly begin working without documentation and start building their families. The reason why LA is in the limelight is because it is the same state that shares its borders with Mexico. The numbers aren't as high in other cities like Washington, D.C., etc., as it is in LA. Now, Trump has ordered to deport the illegal immigrants. This is actually happening. Illegal immigrants are being deported in large numbers. It's not as though one or two people are being arrested at a time. Large groups at a time are being deported, massive number of people. It is astounding. On 6 June 2025, U.S. immigration officers, ICE, who oversee visas, deport illegal immigrants, and enforce immigration laws, raided homes and workplaces in LA, checking documents of all immigrants and deporting whoever is illegal. ICE is not giving time to immigrants to wind up. They are being deported immediately and in large numbers. In just 1 week, over 100 illegal immigrants were arrested. Trump had ordered the authorities to arrest 3,000 illegal immigrants every day across the US. The authorities are adhering to the order and speeding up the deportations. Another shocking incident occurred. If a married couple who are illegal immigrants have children, they automatically become American citizenship under birthright citizenship. This was an old rule which no longer applies. Now, these children born in the US shall stay in the US. However, their parents who are illegal immigrants will be deported. Their American children can stay, but the parents face deportation. If they won't leave their children, the whole family can be deported. This is truly happening. Such scary and chaotic situation is unfolding. In LA, places like downtown LA, Compton, and Paramount areas, wide-scale raids took place. People were in disbelief. The worry intensified when Trump was re-elected as the US president. And now their worry has actualized. Like we have traffic police who checks for driving licenses. Their situation is starkly different. People are being checked on the streets for their US citizenship, whether they are on student or work visas. This level of scrutiny is taking place. In real time, decisions and actions are being taken without delay. This isn't an easy task. A shocking incident was reported about Khaby Lame, you would know, who is a popular influencer. He was born in Senegal, South Africa. He later relocated to Italy where he grew up and then came to the US on 30 April 2025. He initially came to the US for work but overstayed his visa by about 15 to 30 days after it expired. Khaby was at the airport where he was arrested. He was shocked. When the authorities asked for documentation, he shared that he was leaving the country now. The authorities let him go. Had he stayed longer, he would have been immediately deported. A deportation stamp on passports makes getting visas for any country very difficult. Khaby was saved from that. However, for the illegal immigrants who are deported, getting visas for any country will be very difficult. This would not apply to Khaby Lame since he voluntarily went back. He admitted to overstaying and paid fines accordingly, but he was not deported. In LA, a well-known labor union leader was arrested. This sent shockwaves. He was not an American but an illegal immigrant, so he was arrested. His arrest caused public outrage. People who were earlier scared are now speaking out. There's no dignity and the immigrants are being treated as though they have committed a crime. People accept that they have illegally entered the US, but the immigrants learn to provide for themselves and for their families. However, the harsh action by the authorities raiding homes and offices has angered the public. This led to statewide protest on a dangerous scale. The authorities tried their best to descale the situation. Protesters, including illegal immigrants, blocked the 101 freeway and set fire to the vehicles. Police responded with rubber bullets and tear gas. It was a chaotic situation. The situation aggravated further with chaos uprising. President Trump openly condemned these clashes. He sent 2,000 National Guard troops and Marines to LA to control the situation. California Governor Gavin Newsom condemned Trump's move. The rising case of illegal immigrants should have been dealt peacefully rather than cutthroat approach and hurting the people. This was wrong. LA Mayor Karen Bass criticized the raid ordered by Trump, a cutthroat approach. Such opposing views are being shared. Trump supported the raids. The immigrants have broken the law by illegally entering the US, so they must be deported accordingly. What right do they have to be angry? Against deportation, violent protests are happening. Trump has placed security to control the situation. California governor and mayor are from the opposition party. Trump condemned the backlash from state officials, suspecting them of instigating the protests. This has led to huge chaos. Though people still have a bit of fear, but they have fearlessly revolted and voiced their demands with anger. Why are these protests happening only in LA and not anywhere else in the US? Everyone is aware that the majority of illegal immigrants live in LA. Why are they being arrested? Let me share. Also, what is the perception of Indian illegal immigrants? I'll share it with you. US President has declared LA a sanctuary city. What does sanctuary mean? Explaining sanctuary will merge into the explanation. Sanctuary is a place like a dense forest where animals and birds live there freely without any human intervention. They aren't punished or arrested there. Similarly, LA does not strictly follow immigration enforcement rules. LA is lenient with its people. LA is relatively near the Mexican border, which makes entering the US convenient for illegal immigrants. The government was lenient in arresting or deporting the illegal immigrants. Earlier, officials would defend illegal immigrants, assuring the government all was fine. But Trump did not accept this and wanted proper scrutiny and immediate deportation of illegal immigrants. What was the issue? Mexican people in the US lived peacefully and committed no crimes. They lived and worked peacefully, having left their home due to hardship. Staying in the US seemed justified. The US opposed it, linking Mexicans to gangs, gun violence, and criminal activity. But slowly, these criminals started entering the US. This increased crime, and Trump wants to distance the US from high crime rates. Also, illegal entry is a violation of regulations. Hence, they should be deported. Trump enforced a rule to quickly verify documents and deport such individuals. You may remember about remittance taxes. This means that any person around the globe who wants to work in the US, whether from India, Mexico, or Pakistan, anyone who wants to work in the US. They work in the US for better pay and send money home. Hence, a remittance tax is applicable on it. Mexican immigrants are angry because after entering the US illegally, they now face strict regulations, and remittance taxes on their earnings have added to their frustration. This is the reason for chaos. Truly, Mexican immigrants are at fault and they should admit it, but no, they are revolting. Also in LA, people are protected and supported by the government, which is why it is known as a sanctuary city. Does this have anything to do with India? Yes. There are many Indian immigrants who live in the US. Some are illegal immigrants, while others have entered legally through proper documentation. ISH had shared news earlier about 18,000 Indians being deported, which you may already know. For the past 2-3 years, Indians living in the US have been facing a lot of racism. This is because many Americans feel that Indians come to the US and take away their jobs. This has led to racism-based oppression for the past 2-3 years. There's an interesting poll posted on X where people were asked to vote between the two options. The first option was illegal Mexicans, Mexican people who have illegally entered. The second option are legal Indians. It means Indians who have entered the US with proper documentation. What do you think the Americans chose? The second one? No, they chose to support illegal Mexicans. They did not choose to support the legal Indians, but instead chose the other. Shocking, but why? This is because Indians study hard, excel, and are often chosen for jobs in the US over Americans. The growth of Indian employees in the US, almost coming to an equal number to the Americans, is causing discomfort, so they chose illegal Mexicans who aren't their equal or a threat. They dislike Indians, which is strange. Trump's remittance tax rule says people need to pay tax if they remit money from US, which agitated the Mexican immigrants. However, Indians accepted to pay a portion of their savings while sending money home as remittance tax. That's it. Still, Americans do not support them. Let's hope that after the chaos caused by the Mexican immigrants, Americans realize that supporting legal Indians is better for the growth of the US. It will be an eye-opener for them. Tell us your thoughts in the comments, especially if you've recently been to the US. You may have some news.